It's really important for us to be faithful stewards of what God has given us. That's something I'm trying to overcome right now, just being faithful and consistent in what has already been given to me. So that shows God that I'm willing and ready for bigger things. This is what Jesus tells us in Luke chapter 16, verses 10 to 12. He who is faithful in what is least is faithful also in much. And he who is unjust in what is least is unjust also in much. Therefore, if you have not been faithful in the unrighteous mammon, who will commit to your trust the true riches? And if you have not been faithful in what is another man's, who will give you what is your own? Jesus is telling us right there that in order to be faithful in the big things, we got to first be faithful in the little things. We have to understand that everything we have is a gift given to us from God, even the little things of this world that don't mean nothing in the grand scheme of things. For example, our finances, our houses, our cars, careers, whatever the case may be, even those things are gifts to us from God. So we got to show God that we're faithful in the little things like those stuff, because that shows God that I'm faithful in these little things you've already given me, so I'm ready for more. But if we suffer from bad things like, for example, bad spending habits or getting fired from job to job for just some reasons, then that's showing God that we're not faithful in what has already been given to us. So it doesn't make sense to even ask God for more if he's seeing that we're not even faithful. God, he wants to give us more. He wants to give us the desires of our heart, but it's hypocritical and low-key. It's a slap in the face to God, because he's probably up there like, I'm glad that you want more from me and I want to give you more, but you're not even faithful in this, so ain't no way I'm about to give you this over here. So this just shows that in order to get bigger and better things from God, it just comes down to the level of our stewardship. We have to be good stewards. This is what Jesus tells us in Matthew chapter 25, verses 27 to 29. So you ought to have deposited my money with the bankers, and at my coming I would have received back my own with interest. So take the talent from him and give it to him who has 10 talents. For to everyone who has, more will be given, and he will have abundance. But from him who does not have, even what he has will be taken away. This is Jesus telling us about the parable of the talents. We know the one servant got 5 talents, the other had 2, and the last one was given 1. So the servant who was given 5 talents went out, got 5 more. The person who was given 2 talents went out and got 2 more. But the servant who was given 1 talent, he got scared and hid it in the dirt. So really, this is telling us that whatever God given us, he's entrusting us to make do with what has been given to us. So at his coming, he receives it with increase, with interest. So we have to be proactive and make do with even the little that has been given to us, because it's being trusted to us by God himself. And this should also serve to us as a warning and scares, because as we know, the servant who hid his talent in the dirt, it was given to the servant who had 10 talents. Just make do with the little, and God will give us abundance.